welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really pretty nautical flower using the Dollar Tree wreath board and some mesh from Hobby Lobby. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to make it. All right, y'all have been blowing up my inbox asking if I'm going to be doing any more videos with the Dollar Tree plastic wreath board. Now, I did one last year, the year before, whenever it was. I think it was last year. I get my days mixed up. I think it was last year that I did one, and I did the poinsettia, and y'all have been asking for more ever since then. But anyway, my little old mountain store had a shipment of these in, and they were selling fast. So when you see them, you need to grab them, okay? If you can't find them in your store, which if it's in my little old mountain store, they're all over the place. I'm seeing them in New Mexico, Louisiana, Indiana. People are offering to send me these. But I'm telling you, just look in your stores because they're everywhere. Or you can buy them in cases. Look in the description box and I'll have a link to the Dollar Tree site where you can buy these. Okay, just search for wreath boards when you're on there. So anyway, they have two sizes. This is the larger one, okay? And you can see there are many, many holes on here, which means you can place your petals anywhere you like and make this truly unique. I'm not going to take this label off because I already have one over here that I have removed the label. And I've been working on that one because I was just playing with my mesh. So for now, I'm going to hold this up here so that you can see the label here. All right, you can get your number right there. And then I'm just going to flip it over for the purpose of this video. Because like I said, I'm working on the other one over here. Now, this mesh here, this is a Deco Mesh, Polypro Mesh Ribbon. I want to say Deco Mesh, but if you can look down in there, there's like some roping woven in here, and it's very thick. And I just thought it was really cool. I got that, and I also got this tan color because I'm going for sort of a nautical beachy theme. Somebody challenged me to do a nautical flower, and that's what we're doing. But anyway, these are 10-yard rolls. Of course, when I get everything done, I'll tell you exactly how much I used. Look in the description box, and I'll also tell you there. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut your mesh into a square. Because it was 10 inches wide, you're going to cut your mesh 10 inches, okay? And that makes this square. So now you're going to take a zip tie. This is an 8-inch zip tie. We are going to work on this outer ring here. You can start wherever you like, but this is the size of my center. You want to put your center down, see about how big that's going to be, and then you can judge the distance where you want to start your petals. So I'm going to work around this edge here. We're going to go in one hole. See, the little fastener part is right here. Go in one hole, come up the next one, and then we're going to fasten it. Don't tighten it down, just fasten it a little bit, like that. So now we're going to take our square, which is sticking on this other square over here, turn it to a diamond shape, and then just take your two corners like this, fold this down, and then this up. My camera cut off. So you can see how they are folded like so. All right, I picked it up, messed it up. So let's do that again. Okay, fold it like so. And now we're just going to gather it in the middle. And now we have something that looks like a big floppy bow tie. What we're going to do is flip it over. This is the smooth side of your bow tie. Not this side where everything's folded, but this is the smooth side. So now you're going to grab it with both hands and twist like that. See how I'm twisting that? And just bring it up. And now you got something that looks like bunny ears. And this is our petal, okay? I don't want them to be directly on top of each other. I want them to be kind of out to the side like that. So you have 2 points here. Now you just take this bottom part, just stick it right there and tighten this down. Like so. All right, so let's pick this up. And this is our petal. Cute, right? Then take your scissors, your wire cutters, whatever, you can chew through it if you want to, I don't care. And just cut off the end right like that. Okay? So now we're going to just work our way around, and I'm going to do this one more time, and we'll show you where I'm going to place the next one, okay? So you're going to take your other zip tie, and this space here, we're going to go into this hole right here. And then we're going to come up right there. See how we've skipped that? And just fasten it. Okay. And now let's get our 10-inch square here. Fold it. And then just gather in the center. Here's our bow tie. Flip it to see the smooth edge. And then just twist it up like that. Like so. And then just stick that in your zip tie and tighten it down. So I am going to work myself all the way around this frame in that fashion, okay? Where am I? Not the scissors. I don't want to use the scissors. All right. So now I'm going to work myself all the way around, and then we're going to start on the second row. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm sitting here singing myself. Don't you hate when you get a song stuck in your head? Oh my gosh. It's like I'm sitting here. You probably heard that song. It goes, "Baby, I'm a gangster too. And it takes two to tango. You don't want to dance with me." Anyway, I've been singing that all morning for some reason. So now that we have all of our blue checked, I guess you would call it, petals on, we are going to start putting on this brownish color mesh. Now this is a little bit thinner than this, okay? But it'll be okay. We're going to get plenty of petals put on here and it'll look good when we're done. Don't worry. So as you can see, now that we have these petals on here, there's another row right here. I dropped down to this row, okay? We're on the outer row, skip a row, and then working on that next row. I went ahead and I put a zip tie there to help me remember where I am. And we're doing this in exact the same way, just making our little petals with this mesh as well. Like I said, this is a little bit thinner than what I was working with just a minute ago, but it'll be all right. Okay, and then we're just going to tighten that down. Like so. And then you can trim off the ends just like we were doing. So what I'm going to do, I think what I want to do for this row is we are going to put petals in all of the holes instead of skipping a space. But you do whatever you want to do. So you see how we got this unfastened here? We're just going to take it, go down in that same hole, and then come up in the one beside of it. All right. So now let's get another piece of mesh. But anyway, I wanted to say something. Someone had brought it to my attention that a person had said that people that use Dollar Tree crafts of blah, 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 or they're haters and blah, whatever. I want to tell you what a hater is. A hater is running someone down because of the craft supplies that they choose to buy. Unless you pay their bills, you shouldn't really care where they get their craft supplies. So... and people that go along with that way of thinking, what does that say about you? Huh? What does that say about you? Anyway, you can see here, we went in that same hole, and then we're just going to keep doing the same thing all the way around on this row, okay? All the way around with this brown mesh, and I will be trimming these off as I go. See, just down in that same hole there, and coming up its little back end. All right. And I think, do I have another piece cut? I have a whole bunch of this cut over here. I'm like, I don't know how many I got cut. But y'all know me. My channel pretty much was started to help people on a budget know that you can create beautiful things. Doesn't matter where you get your craft supplies. I've always said that a true artist can make something beautiful out of anything. If you only have to work with expensive or costly items, you might need to rethink your talents. All right, I'm here for y'all. So anyway, all right, so here's 3 petals on here. Like I said, I'm just going to work myself all the way around, and then we'll come back and put on the 3rd row, and then we'll do the center. All right, so yeah, this wreath is pretty large, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it so far. But now that we have our round row, whatever you want to call it, of our brown mesh, now we're going to move on to the next row, and that is going to go back to our blue checked mesh. Now this is what I'm using for the center. This is right at 6 inches. This came from Hobby Lobby. You can get them at Dollar Tree, but I was at Hobby Lobby. That's why I got a bunch of this stuff there. So anyway, this is going to be my center. As you can see, this right here, this is the center of our board. So let's just lay this down and see about where it's going to be. So yeah, I think putting our petals, skip this row and then just go right there into the next row. I think that's going to be just fine. Or if you want, you can come down to that row, but then it's going to throw your ratios off. So anyway, we put our petals here. We're going to skip this row, and then we're just going to work into this row. As you can see, these are a little bit further apart. but it'll be okay. So let's get our zip tie and go in. Let's see, you can put it there. And I think, let's take another look, okay? I want to be certain that I get this exactly where I want it. All right, so now that we have our zip tie on there, let's get another piece of our blue and go ahead and fold it into our little bow tie like we've been doing. And then just twisting it up and sticking it down right there. Uh-oh, I didn't tighten that down enough. Ah! All right, let's put that there. Like I said, I want these petals to spread apart a little bit. All right, just tighten that down like so. Let's get another one. And we're going to go right here into that hole. This is what I like about these boards. Like I said, the holes are just everywhere on here, no particular order. So you can put your petals wherever you want to. This is just the way that I'm doing it. Where is the daggum thing? Oh my goodness, Amber. Aha! All right, so let's tighten that down a little bit. And we'll put this petal right here. And once again, I'm going to work my way all the way around. Now, when I come back, I'm going to have all of my supplies laid out here for us to start work on the center. And then we will attach it to our wreath. All right, let us start on our center. I have the wreath laid off to the side. So anyway, this is a number 6 disc from Hobby Lobby, 1 1/4 inches thick, almost 6 inches in diameter. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put on our first coat of acrylic paint, and this is the color Burlap. I just wanted something that was sort of like a sandy color. And my store, there's pretty slim pickings, okay? So I just got whatever they had. We're just going to take this and we are going to just paint the whole thing. Now we're going to be coating this with some sand here in a minute, but I want to go ahead and get on a base coat of this paint so that none of this white will show through, you know? So I'm just making sure to get it all down in there. And this, like I said, this is going to be our first coat. Now for our second coat, we are going to sprinkle on some of the sand while it's still wet. And when I say sand, I mean this from Hobby Lobby. Well, once again, you can get that stuff at Dollar Tree. You know, the state of the world and everything that's going on out there, it can be hard to find all your craft supplies in one store sometimes. So, especially where I am. But anyway, I'm just going to paint this whole entire top part here. We're going to be adding something to the side here in a little bit. And I don't really care if the sides are painted or not. I'm just worried about the top. So I'm going to paint it. I'm going to let it dry. And then we're going to come back with a second coat and do the sand. All right. So I am starting on this second layer of acrylic paint. Okay. I'm just glopping it on there. I don't care. All right. So let us stay. Why are you rolling away? So let's get our sand here. And this is why I've got it on a paper plate, because I'm reasonably certain I'm about to get messy. So I'm just going to spread out the paint here, and then we're going to sprinkle sand all over it. We'll let it sit here and dry, and then shake off any excess. And I'm just doing it on the top, because I have plans for the sides, so don't worry about, you know. I'm just going to pour it on. And then all of the excess, we'll just take the plate and just pour it back into the container, okay? All right. So now we're going to let this sit here. We're going to let that paint dry. And we'll finish it off and put it on the wreath. Okay, so this has pretty much dried. And isn't that cute? I love it. I love it. I love it. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take a starfish. And I got this starfish once again at Hobby Lobby. And we're going to glue it down to the very center. So let's take a look and see about where it touches. And then we're going to be putting some hot glue there. Now I'm probably going to hold this up. And it's going to be difficult to see because I want to make sure that I'm getting it right in the center. Okay, so just hold this up like so I can see it. And I think that looks pretty good. just like that. Now we're going to let that set up. And then I have some of this white cotton nautical rope. This, ooh, look, Rogue glue stick. This did come from Dollar Tree. And we're just going to be gluing that around. So let's see, where did my scissors go? I'm going to cut off this little part that has the tape on it that stops it from unraveling. I'm just cutting that off. I said I was going to cut it off. It's kind of hard because I hurt my hand really, really badly the other day, which is why I haven't been filming all that much. And it's still pretty painful. So this whole video is a little bit slower than what I would like because I'm working a little bit more slowly, but it'll be all right. All right, so now we're going to glue this rope, whoops, all the way around and just come up until we get these sides covered. All right, there we go. How cute is that? I'm really, really liking how this is coming out so far. I really am. All right, so now we're going to flip it over on the back. And the way that we're going to attach this to the frame is you're going to take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to bend it in half like so. And then I have some of these floral pins. You can get these at any craft store. I've got glue and stuff all over my hands, but it's okay. I wear fake nails anyway. The glue just peels right off. But anyway, you can get these floral pins at any craft store. And we're going to use that to attach the pipe cleaner. Now, you don't want to go straight down into the foam because then it will pull right back out. You want to go in at an angle. So we're going to take this and you see how you just put the pin here and then we're going to put it in there at an angle like so. And that's going to hold it on. I'm also going to take another one and go in the opposite direction just to make double sure that we're holding it on. Now, if you want to, you can go back. Woo! You can go back. I sound like Ric Flair. Woo! If you want to, you can go back and take a piece of felt and cover the back of this if you want to, but it's not going to be seen. So I'm not going to do that, but you can if you want. All right. So let's just get another one. And I'm just going to put a few of these around the edge. And then to put it on, we're going to run the pipe cleaners through the holes on the board and tighten them up on the back. So let me get these attached and we'll do that. Okay, so I have the pipe cleaners pulled through and I don't have them twisted together yet, but you see I'm twisting this one here. Now you're just going to give the ends a really good twist 3 or 4 times to make sure that you really have it fastened down so that your center don't go flying off. And then just trim off the excess with your wire cutters. And don't worry about this back because you know what? We're going to cover it with another board here in a second. Yes, you can use another board to cover all of this and you still only paid $2. Or depending on where you shop, if your store has gone up to $1.25, you still paid $2.50. But seriously, come on now. And it's very sturdy. It's very sturdy. But anyway, let me finish twisting these. All right, so I've got everything all twisted up. And now we're going to take another board. And yes, this one still has the label on it because I don't feel like taking it off right now. But anyway, you can just lay another board right on back and then take your zip tie and just go through holes like so. You see how I'm going to, let's see. We're going to go through these holes right here. Let's go in that one. There we go. It's kind of hard when I have like my arms stretched out across the table. It's hard for me to see exactly what I'm doing. But anyway, and now we're just going to run it up through that hole and this hole here. And you can strap 2 of them together just like so for the back. And then you cover all of this. How awesome is that? Seriously. But anyway, I will finish strapping this down because I'm actually going to hang this one. So let me get a good picture of this for y'all so that you can see the wreath in its entirety. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank y'all so much for asking me to make it. If you would, please give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media. The links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye.